Oh God, help me, I'm dying. I'll smuggle as much treasure as I can, Hog. I don't know if I'd know that I was walking through a legendary den of iniquity, and we'll see if there's any repercussions. But I'd drink it again, I liked it. There's thousands of them. We're dealing with the Little Mermaid levels of humidity today. Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. If you know anything about me, pigs, wild boar, 10 out of 10 animal. It's okay. I'm very happy about this situation. I will name him Honey Bun. Actually, Pudding Cup. Hey Pudding Cup. Chayo, Chayo. They speak Cantonese here, but in Mandarin, Chayo means more fuel, more power. Come on, you can do it. Power on. I need some Chayo right now, I tell you. My head is pounding. I'm weak at the knees. Alright. There's not too far to go, I don't think. Made it. This is Lion Rock, one of the highest points in Hong Kong, and it's a beautiful way to start my trip. At least that's what I thought. Good morning from Hong Kong. I was going to do a pop in a bar segment. I've got a drink. It's called Milkiss. It just looked interesting. I've looked at the ingredients. It's like a milk soda. I don't care. I'm sure it's great. Man, that's good. It's a carbonated soda with skim milk in it. So it kind of tastes like a fizzy yogurt drink, which is something I enjoy. I massively underestimated this. It's not the walk, it's the heat, it's the humidity. Am I being waved at? On the other peak just over there, there's an old guy with his top off, yelling, woo-hooing at the city. That's a zest for life. Good for him. Just wring my top out. In times of turmoil, which Hong Kong's had a few of, people would come up here and it was a great place to plant a flag to show all of Hong Kong, both sides. And there's a saying about being up here. It's called the Lion Rock Spirit. It's Hong Kong's version of a can-do attitude. Got the Lion Rock Spirit. Well, I'm going to take the Lion Rock Spirit and race around Hong Kong for a few days. I'm looking forward to you coming with me. I'm not going to lie to you, strong chance I'm burning. It's very overcast, but my body's not designed for this. I'm Celtic. This has never happened to me before, but I really am weak at the knees. My knees are shaking a lot. It's making going down the hill very difficult. My knees are like uncontrollably vibrating. I'm really having trouble walking. That's never happened. Like I'm going down these steps. Every step I feel like my knees are going to go from underneath me. I do feel quite lightheaded. I've drank 3 litres of liquid. Maybe I need to get like some electrolytes or something. I'm having to like lock my knees out a bit to stop them from buckling underneath me as I go down the steps. I showered, I've changed my clothes. I'm already soaked through again. I can just imagine a bunch of geezers in the park, all drinking, gambling and peeing in the bushes. They put the sign up for a reason. Can you bet on shogi? I'm not sure. I bet they try. Am I a little bit tempted to get my fortune read? It's not going to be good news, is it? Best not to know, I suppose. I'm hunting for markets now. I definitely could have got the tube here. Ah, I think I found it. I don't know if those were oysters or abalone. I had abalone once in New Zealand and it was very good, which is not something I was expecting to think or feel. Stuffed mussels. So this is Temple Street Market. I can't say it's buzzing, but it's also a night market and I'm here in the late afternoon, so maybe that's what it is. I think I just smelt stinky tofu, which I'm going to get away from as quick as possible. Never again. Can't do it. The market I really want to go to is called the Ladies Market. More than just for ladies. Well, maybe there'll be lots of ladies. Who knows? Get excited. I'm all for walking, but I'm dying. That is such a good point. Everyone should subscribe. Good girl. Well, I found the Ladies Market. Not gonna lie, took me a little bit longer to find than you'd expect. Good heavens to Betsy. I'm convinced I would look good in something traditional. I just don't think I'd get away with wearing it in my, my day-to-day. Is he wearing a traditional Hong Kong outfit right now? Call the police. It goes on and on and on. As much as I love markets, all I can really think about is how once I've walked through this, I'm getting food. I haven't actually eaten anything today, which might explain a few things about the way I'm feeling. I feel like there's a lot of genuine copies in this market, if you know what I mean. Alright, it's food time, I think. I need to find a restaurant with enough people in there to know it's good, but not so many people in there that I want to kill myself. I'm looking for a bus. I mean, I found some buses, but I'm looking for the correct bus. Good morning. Day 2 here in Hong Kong. I've come to the complete other side of one of the islands, facing the coast. I'm looking for maybe this. I'm meandering through what looks like fishermen huts and houses. Ah, I think it's this. It's called a sky full of Buddhas. And I think I know why. There's thousands of them. In Hong Kong, it's taboo to discard of unwanted household deities. You can't throw them in the bin, essentially. So they're put out onto the side of the road for other people to take and worship in their houses. But when they don't get taken, they end up at a place like this. A sky full of Buddhas, where they're all, thousands and thousands of household Buddha statues and other gods, Taoism and stuff like that, all together, collected, looking out to the ocean. It's incredible. There's one guy that looks after them. Apparently he's in his 80s, or his 90s now. His name's Wong Wing Pong. And he saw these, a few on the side of the road one day, decided to collect them up, and he fixed them up and put them here. And now, they number in the thousands, people just bring them here. What a beautiful place for all these Buddhas and gods to be looking out at. To the open water. Is there a guy in the sea right there? Sure is. I feel like Hong Kong's the kind of place where people just do what they want. You know? A lot of old guys shouting and doing whatever the hell they feel, whatever feels good. I respect it. I always worry when I see people in the water because my swimming is bad. There's the smell of incense really thick in the air, and there's signs that say don't burn incense and joss sticks and stuff. is being ignored. What do you reckon the odds are that the primary reason people have got rid of household butters is because cats have broken them? I'm reckoning very high. Well, while I'm here in Wa Food District, might have a look around. It's miles away from where I'm stopping. Seems a bit more laid back. And I saw some interesting things from the bus. So let's retrace our steps a little bit. Also, I'll say not quite as hideously oppressive as it was yesterday. I'm hoping there's more rain. Bring on the rain. Who am I kidding? It's so hot, I am actively dying. Old guys in there just playing tennis. How? How is it possible? New rule. Go to cold places. I brought a towel with me today. That's how it's going. I do have a pop in the bar, a quick pop segment for you. I saw a drink and I just couldn't say no to it. It's some kind of vitaminized tonic. What does that mean? Let's find out. My assumption is it's going to be strong. I think it's Japanese. It doesn't smell bad. Kind of smells a bit like a mix between medicine and Red Bull. That's exactly what it tastes like. It tastes like a mix between, yeah, a Red Bull and cough syrup. Libogen. Why am I drinking this? It's got a ton of taurine in it and B vitamins. I think this is a hangover cure. Are you meant to drink the whole thing? I didn't check before and it's gone now. Does anyone know what inositol is? Because it's got a ton of it. I don't know what it's for, and we'll see if there's any repercussions. But I'd drink it again. I liked it. Do I want to live on a boat? I mean, kinda. I kinda think I'd do good living on a boat. I've just been going past rows and rows of these types of trucks. Each one is unloading fresh fish into a market that's just here. I kind of feel like I'm in the loading bay. I am starting to get very hungry. There's a place I want to check out for lunch. We've got to get there first. I got sidetracked by an interesting looking street and market. Apparently this is Stone Slab Market. Makes sense because stone slabs. I would look great in that cowboy hat. Hong Kong is just one intricate maze after another. Which means I've been lost so many times. I have no idea how this restaurant works, but it's dim sum, and it's one of the oldest dim sum places in all of Hong Kong. I kind of don't know how you get food, and I don't know how you order, and I don't know how you pay. But we'll find out together. I've been handed a piece of paper. I think this is going to help. I worked out how to get dumplings, so I'm happy. I have no idea what type of dumplings they are, but let's find out together. Barbecue pork, I think. Very good. I'm waiting for some type of dessert tray to come around. I see it in the distance, slowly making its way inevitably towards me. I'll be honest, I only really need one, but I've got 3. In my mind, they're custard filled. In reality, who knows? So they're barbecue pork again, but they're really, really sweet. They're nice. Not what I was expecting, but they're nice. Alright, now to work out how to pay. Sure. Success. I've eaten miscellaneous dumplings. That was really good. A bit chaotic, but it was nice. So the restaurant's called Lin Huang, I think. It's meant to be the oldest dim sum place in Hong Kong, or one of the oldest. It originated on the Chinese mainland and it's been here since 1996, which doesn't feel that old, but I guess it traces its roots to being quite an old restaurant. Certainly full of a lot of local people eating dim sum. That whole thing, I had about 3 or 4 different items, and it cost me in total about 128 Hong Kong dollars. So exactly that amount of money, which is like £10 or something. You can certainly eat for much cheaper in Hong Kong, but that was a nice experience. And I really wanted to go there, and we went there together. We worked it out. If you don't mind sitting at tables with people you don't know and engaging in a system you've never engaged in before, I think that's the second time I've ever had dim sum. The first time was in Tennessee, which isn't famous for dim sum, but I was seeing a girl who worked at a dim sum restaurant. Terrible time. I am so sticky. Every part of my body is sticky. It's not my favourite feeling. Could be worse. I don't know if I'd know that I was walking through a legendary den of iniquity. Kind of seems fine to me. Maybe that says more about me than it does about the place. I'm like, yeah, it seems fine. So above this market, there are 5 towers with room for about 4,000 visitors, because it's all guest house above this. Which I should know because I'm staying here. This is where I'm staying. I didn't book this on purpose. I found out about the reputation after the fact. But it's been fine, honestly. It smells really good, so that's good. Apparently the issue with the building, which was overhauled about 20 years ago, is that it's still a bit of a fire trap. Bad wiring, narrow corridors, but it is probably the cheapest place to stay in Hong Kong, which is why it's a haven for people with backpacks. I am lost. There's an elevator I need to find, and I do not know where it is. This way? If you're stopping here, there's 5 different elevators because there's 5 different towers. So I was wandering around block A for, 25 minutes before I realised that. But as far as the seediest place in Hong Kong, it's pretty nice. Well, let's not go as far as to say nice. It's absolutely okay. Yeah, I was doing research on Hong Kong and I was like, oh, that sounds like an interesting place to go. Wander around. And I realised, oh, I'm stopping there. That's where my guest house is. Which is a stroke of fortune, if you ask me. So this is where I'm stopping. The Maple Leaf Guest House. It's pretty small, but it's relatively clean. It was very cheap. The aircon works. I have a bathroom and shower. Is this what I look like? Good heavens. That's not good. That's, in fact, as far as to say, that's bad. This is perfectly fine for me for 4 nights. I don't really need much. The Wi-Fi is excellent, which is that's the key thing. Wi-Fi and it's clean-ish. Right, I'm gonna cool down, hose off. I've never said that before, but here we are, because we're going on a bit of an excursion later on, which I'm very excited for, actually. I've got a date on the duckling. The duckling is a 70-year-old Chinese junk, and it's the last one that sails Victoria Harbour. So I booked myself a ride. It's what I think about when I think about Hong Kong. I think about all those boats on the harbour that all look like that, you know, that you see in paintings. It's a beautiful ship. Here's hoping I don't throw up all over it. I got manhandled in the way in, but I think I just don't need to fall in the water.
It was a small fishing and agricultural village where
They're bringing me a beer.
Historical and
I wonder if
cultural
I have to pay for
connotations.
it.
Duckling represents Hong Kong and serves as a symbol of the city. From the past where Victoria Harbour was filled with similar themes.
It says that fishermen would have lived on here for 5 days at a time out at sea, hunting for shrimp. What a life. There's 5 compartments below, one to sleep, one to hold a haul, one to cook, and the red is good luck. It's meant to be fortune, that's why the sails are red. This is surprisingly fun. I have sat in something wet, but that's okay. The Cantonese version of the announcement is much longer than the British. I guess there's other traditional boats, but ours is the junk, where I belong. I think it's time to head below deck. The clouds are opening. Oh yeah, I do YouTube. I made some friends. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Pardon?
Bye-bye.
Do! Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, watch your step.
Those ladies were from China, studying here in Hong Kong, telling me about Lion Rock and loads of stuff. They're really nice. I'm really glad I did that boat excursion. I've got the signature beef satay noodles. So it's peanut satay sauce and beef and noodles and broth, and it's bloody fantastic. I'm so happy about this food decision. Just what you need on a rainy night in Hong Kong. This is so good, it's unbelievable. I just really need to bring that message home. This is incredible. I think that's my ferry. We're going to an island. Hopefully, that's the plan. I'm not 1000% sure how I buy a ticket. I don't know if I have to do it on the ferry or before I get on the ferry. I'm sure we'll discover that together. I think I'm in the wrong port, so let's try the next one. This seems more correct, and the ferry's actually here. No waiting. Excellent. It's definitely one of those follow the crowd situations. So this is Chayong Chao. It's a little island about 45 minutes on a boat away from the centre of Hong Kong. Ferry costs like $4, so that was nice. They don't let you film on the ferry, but needless to say, it was an uneventful trip. I only feel mildly throw-uppy, so that's not too bad. There's a few reasons I'm here. I kind of wanted to see what a bit more quiet island life was like in Hong Kong. I've got a good feeling that this is that. But also, second reason is, why the hell not? And third reason, there's secret pirate treasure on this island. So that's pretty exciting. So far I like it here. It's kind of hectic, but in a very different way to central Hong Kong. This is more bicycles and market stalls, which is definitely my speed. It is so unbelievably different here than it is in the rest of Hong Kong, which is good because that's what I was kind of after. feel like I'm going to get run over by a moped at any point, but that bit's the same. 1,200 square feet, a garden, 2 rooms, nice decoration. It's about £1,130 a month, if I'm reading that correctly. Which, even though that one was in English, still might not be reading that quite right. If you notice anything blue leaking from my face, it's because I've been using a kid's sun cream. The colour doesn't disappear as much as it says colour disappears. Sure, thank you. I think I just bought a pineapple bun. That's what I asked for. But you never know, do you? You never know. But I'm pretty sure the pineapple buns are a Hong Kong thing. They're from here, which is why I got that. That's pretty much always my reason for doing things. Yeah, that thing that everyone comes here for, one please. You know, I like going on lots of different weird excursions that aren't necessarily touristy, trying to find lesser known things, as we'll see today. But I do want the pineapple bun from Hong Kong. I can't stop looking out over the water. It's so picturesque and beautiful to me. All the little ships. It's just so scenic and lovely. I want to buy a boat and live on a boat and be a boatman. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but it should just be a matter of following the coast to where I'm trying to get to. So it should be impossible to get lost. Impossible, they say. Before I go any further though, time to try my pineapple, hopefully bun. Apparently they're called pineapple buns because the crust on top of them makes them look like pineapples. I was also expecting there to be pineapple inside it. So far, not found any. It's very pleasant. It's like the mix between donut and bread. That kind of consistency is very fluffy and light and sweet and tasty. But it's not pineapple-y. Yeah, pineapple bun. It's pretty good travel food if you ask me. You could probably squish it all into the size of your fist and eat it in one go. Like God intended. But what you don't know is that turns out the whole time I was filming that, I was sat in a puddle. So now my bum's wet. I saw a sign for some toilets, but it seems to be leading me into the jungle. We'll see. Alright, these are the longest boats I've ever seen in my entire life. They're so sleek and nice. You could get like 20 people out there rowing. But they go quick. You know, this doesn't happen very often, but I am absolutely enamored with this place. I love it. I want to retire here. Have a little house, real quiet life. It's just, I know it's the illusion that you get from just visiting a place for a morning, but I'm absolutely smitten with this place. I didn't know what I was expecting when I thought, I'll go there. Because I just wanted to go to one of the islands, really. It's paradise. I bet it's quite quiet. From what I understand, a lot of the little local deities are mainly focused on gods that help protect fishermen when they're out on the water, which you can understand. And I bet this is one of those because the gods that are just here look right out onto the water. I did mention treasure, so now I'll try to deliver. I'll smuggle as much treasure as I can home. I'm British, it's our way. In the end of the 1700s, there was a guy called Chayong Chao. Now this island is called Chayong Chao, so I think the island's named after him. He gets abducted by pirates at the age of 15, and instead of that being a big issue, he kind of just embraces it and becomes a great pirate himself. His dad is off in Vietnam being a pirate and he dies. So he marries his own stepmother, as was the style at the time. And between them, they kind of form a conglomerate of 50,000 pirates, 600 ships. They're having a gay old time out on the high seas, let me tell you. All in all, just a top-notch piratical career. But he dies at the age of around his late 30s, between 36, 39, somewhere around there. He dies in Taiwan. And that's the end of him. I guess that's what happens to pirates, but it's not the end of him, is it? Because there's quite a few caves dotted around all these Hong Kong islands. There's one here specifically, and an island's named after him, so I feel like this has got to be the one, where it's meant to be where he hid his pirate booty. And it should just be down here. No one's ever found his pirate booty, the hoard of pirate treasure. Or, what's more likely, in my opinion, is no one ever told anyone that they found it. Surely some of the other pirates knew where it was. You'd have to. 50,000 literal pirates. He didn't carry it all up here on his own in the dead of night. Another thing about Chayong Chao is that he didn't die a pirate. He was defeated so many times over a series of battles that he surrendered and essentially joined the Imperial Navy. Started fighting for the other team. So in his honour, they named this picnic area and toilet after him. I'm guessing down here? Unless it's down there. It's all getting a bit spiderwebby, which I'm not a huge fan of. But I do feel like I'm in the Goonies, which I am a fan of. Oh, this isn't right. I'm not sure if that's it, which if it is, I can't quite get there, I don't think. Come on, Chayong Chao. I want to find your treasure before I get soaked. If I was Chayong Chao, I would tell everyone and also name the cave after myself that was the place where I buried my treasure. However, I'd have buried it in that other place that we were exploring before. But this is the official Chayong Chao cave. There's meant to be gold here somewhere. Who knows? But it's deep, it's dark, it's often submerged. But down there could be treasure. And that's it from Hong Kong. Thank you so much for joining me on another adventure. I'm gonna eat this, get on that ferry that's just over there, I think. And until next time, be kind to yourself, be kind to someone else, and as always, onwards and upwards.